Hi friends, if you are wondering what is this concept called leverage and margin in Zerodha or when you are doing intraday trades to be specific, let's understand that. So here is the thing. There is something called an exchange, say an NSC or a BSC. What happens over here is there is something called a settlement. Say Ram and Shyam. Two people are buying and selling on these exchanges. So you are buying, say, one stock of your trade guide, and Shyam is selling one stock of your trade guide. Your orders are matching on either of these exchanges and money is changing hands. Now, your broker, which is Zerodha in this case, may deduct your money from your account today. But by the time it actually changes hands and reaches the broker on the other end, it may take a day or two. So, this is not really a real time settlement that's happening. And your settlement, of course, happens after the market closes at the end of the day. So, over here, there is room for the broker to say, and this is, of course, all sanctioned and approved and monitored by the government, SEBI authorities. So, it is completely a kosher activity. So, what the broker does is broker says, hey, Ram wants to do intraday trading. Ram has 1,000 rupees, but I know that by end of the day this intraday position has to close, and whatever is the money Ram is left with at the end of the day, it will again come to my account. So why don't I let Ram trade for more than 1,000 rupees? Because of circuit limits, volatility, and various other controls I have, I know that even if you invest a certain amount, you can't lose more than a certain percentage in a day. So by allowing Ram to do a bigger trade, I can make more fees, Ram can take a bigger trade, and more activity can happen. Such trades are called leveraged trades, and it's very common in the intraday market and even FNO. So, if you have seen my currency trading video, how currency trading is done, I had explained to you that hey, if I have a payment of $10,000 coming in next month, I can just pay 20,000 rupees and lock my price for these $10,000 today. Similarly, there is good amount of leverage which you can get in intraday also. So now let's look at how this works in practice. Let me go to my watch list and select any stock. It's basically a random selection right now. I am not asking you to trade. Remember, I will never recommend stocks to you or give you calls to trade. I'm only teaching you features and concepts. Now, whenever you're placing a trade, there is a intraday and a long-term option. When we select intraday, you will see that there is NSE and there is BSE, both exchanges. You could choose any. You can set your quantity here. Price could be either market or you can set a limit price. So let me say that I want to buy 100 shares of Bharti Airtel. Now, how much would this cost me in a normal scenario? This will cost me over 74,000 rupees. But when I go and check my margin for 100 quantities over here, let me refresh over here, you will notice I can take this trade for only 14,000 rupees. So how is it that I'm getting a trade of 74,000 in 14,000? It is because by the end of the day, the market closes at 3:30 p.m. Zerodha wants me to close this intraday position at 3:15 p.m. Bharti Airtel has good liquidity. Zerodha knows that no matter what happens, Bharti Airtel can't lose more than 20% of its stock price in a normal situation. So, hey, let me give you a 5x leverage over here. So basically, if you put in 1 rupee, 4 rupees in addition will be put in by Zerodha, and your trade can be of 5 rupees. So for intraday trades in India, there is 5x margin available, which means that you are taking a leveraged position, a 5x leveraged position to place this trade. So your margin in this case is 20%, your leverage is 5x. Now, for example, if I have put in 1,000 rupee and I have taken a 5x leverage trade, so my trade value is 5,000 rupees. If the market goes up by 10%, this trade will result to me, I'm assuming I've done a long trade or I have bought into a profit of 500, which means at ₹1,000 investment, I'm taking home 1500. My profit is 50%. But if the market goes down by 10%, I am losing 500 rupees, which means out of 1000, 500 is getting wiped out and I'm only left at 500 rupees. This is how, with a small investment, if you have a leveraged trade or if you have gotten margin from your broker, you can either make significant money or lose significant money. Generally, I do not recommend using the full 5x leverage, but if you are confident about your trade in the Indian equity market with stocks with good liquidity, I don't see a problem in doing that so long as you are confident about your analysis. So, quick recap, margin is not available on all stocks. The SEBI broker, they will together decide, broker may have its own limits as well. So the margin which I am seeing as currently 20% or 5x leverage may change, may differ. Second, small profit or small change in price can mean good amount of income for you if you use margin, but a loss will also be magnified by the same ratio. So you should not see this as a gambling tool. You should still see that, hey, if I'm taking a trade at 100 rupees, at what price can I sell it at the end of the day, because this intraday trade has to be closed at 3:15 p.m. Margin and leverage are very simple concepts. I hope this has helped you understand it. You can simply go to Zerodha, select any stock, put in the quantity, select intraday, and just look at your margin by refreshing this button, and it will also give you a breakup of charges. Intraday charges is where Zerodha makes money, or FNO charges is where Zerodha makes money. Out of your 28 rupees of total cost, roughly 24 rupees or something is going to Zerodha over here. This is 20 rupees plus 18% GST, which you will end up paying. So be clear that margin is readily available for intraday trades. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in comments below. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. I will see you next time.